closing note, and acknowledgements. The book ends, but the work does not. You finished the last chapter. You closed the door of the car. You walked into your school. And somewhere between the last sentence of chapter 21 and the first hour of your next class, the only question that matters arrived. What now? Now you teach. You walk into your room tomorrow morning. The room looks the same as it did yesterday. The desks are arranged the same way. The lesson plan you wrote last Friday is still on your desk. The students will walk in with the same faces. But you'll be different, just a little. You will pause where last week you would have explained. You will show 2 examples instead of 1 definition. You will ask a question that does not have an answer at the back of the book. You will end the lesson with 3 minutes of silence instead of a recap. And one student somewhere in that room will notice. They will not know what you changed, but they will feel it. That is how this method begins. Not with a curriculum overhaul, not with a new textbook, not with a school-wide initiative. With one teacher, one room, one small choice to do the work differently. Repeat that choice tomorrow, and the day after, and the week after that. Within a term, you will have built a habit. Within a year, you will have rebuilt your practice. Within 5 years, you will be a different teacher. And the students who walked through your room in those years will carry somewhere in the structure of their thinking the shape of what you taught them. That is the gift. That is the only gift teaching has ever given. It is yours to give again the next time you walk into a classroom. A note on the sources behind this book. This book stands on the shoulders of many practitioners and scholars who built the concept-based inquiry tradition. Lynn Erickson's foundational work on the structure of knowledge. Lois Lanning's articulation of the structure of process. Carla Marschall and Rachel French for the 7-phase inquiry cycle that organizes this book. Kath Murdoch for the practitioner-friendly inquiry framework. Hilda Taba for the inductive thinking model. Jerome Bruner for concept attainment. The many classroom teachers across PYP, MIP, and diploma whose classroom snapshots informed the worked examples in every chapter. The cognitive scientists whose research, paired with the practitioner's work, explains why this method works. Sweller, Bransford, Rodiger, Karpike, Flavel, Pivio, and others. This work is an independent practitioner exploration. It is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or representing any specific concept-based inquiry program, publisher, or membership organization. The synthesis is the book's own. The credit goes to those who came before. The book in your ears is an introduction. There is a lifetime of learning available beyond it. A note to the teacher, listening alone. If you're listening to this book without a colleague to talk to, please find one. The method works best when you can debrief with someone. Find a colleague in your school, in your district, in your online network. Watch each other's lessons. Compare your provocations. Refine each other's generalizations. Argue about what counts as transfer. A lone teacher can do this work. A team of teachers makes it permanent. A note to the school leader, listening. If you're a principal, a head of school, a department chair, or a coach, the gift you can give your team is time. Time to plan, time to fail, time to reflect. Concept-based inquiry cannot be mandated, only invited. Walk into one classroom this week. Watch one provocation. Notice what happens when a teacher awaits the extra 10 seconds. Tell the teacher what you saw. That is leadership in this work. A note to the student reading this book. If you're a student, perhaps a student teacher, perhaps a young person curious about how learning works, welcome. This book is for you too. The method you have just listened to is the method that, applied to you, would have produced a different kind of education. It is not too late. Read more, think with concepts, ask harder questions, insist on transfer, demand of yourself the same depth this book demands of teachers.